So first we are starting with the term that is tetrapod, because right now we are studying that what is tetrapod as well as what is tetrapod limb development. Okay, so first of all we should be clear with the term that is tetrapod. So the word tetrapod means four legs in Greek. Okay, so the tetrapod are the four-limbed animal, mainly the amphibians, reptiles and mammals, and they are the major group of the tetrapod. And the examples may include the amphibian, reptiles, bird, mammals, rat, frog, chicks and many more. So right now we are clear that what is tetrapod, okay, because the whole topic is regarding the tetrapod limb development. So first we should be knowing that what is tetrapod and why we are using them and for whom we are using this term. Fine. So tetrapod are the animals which are going to have a four limb. Okay. And the example of some tetrapod is there in front of you in the form of a diagram, which you can see. That is there is a presence of frog, rat, birds and reptile. Okay, in case of frog, again there is a presence of four limb. In case of rat also, as well as in case of bird, you can see the two, like one pair of wings and one pair of leg, that is equals to the four limb. Okay, now the next term is what are limbs. So an arm or leg of a person or the four-legged animal or a bird's wing. So the limbs are mainly the external appendages. It may be arm, it may be limb, it may be legs. Okay, so it is going to depend that on what kind of animal we are going to apply this term, that is limb. In case of birds, obviously the wings are example of limbs, as well as in case of humans, we can say that hand and legs are the form of a limbs. The next term about which we are going to deal in our future video is the forelimbs. So what is forelimbs? The front limbs of an animal or a foreleg, that is it may be a wing in birds, flipper or hands in human. So forelimbs are mainly the front limbs, okay, that we are going to see in the front portion. And the example of forelimb is going to include the wings in case of a birds and hands in case of a humans. Now the next term is the hind limbs. Okay, so a hind limb is a posterior limb on an animal. So if it is present in the front portion of an animal's body, then it will be regarded as a forelimb, and if it is present in the posterior portion of an animal body, then it will be regarded as a hind limb. So we are done with the all basic terms. Now we are going to start with the basics of limb formation. So the limb formation begins in the morphogenetic limb field as a mesenchymal cell from the lateral plate mesoderm, which used to proliferate to the point that they causes the ectoderm above to bulge out and form a limb bud. See, first of all we have understand that what is limb, and we are dealing with the tetrapod limb development, and we also know that what are tetrapods. Okay, so in this way we are going to deal with the developmental process of limbs. That means how the hands has formed, how the wings has formed, what are the process through which a legs has formed. So in this way we are going to deal with all this process, and for dealing with this process we have to go through some more different terms that is related to the developmental biology, and like example you have already seen in case of this particular definition. So in simplified form, we are dealing with the developmental process of hand formation, legs formation, wing formation in tetrapods. So you have already seen a definition of limb formation, that is limb formation begins in the morphogenetic limb field. So this is a new word, that morphogenetic limb field. So first of all we have to know that what is the meaning of this morphogenetic limb field. So in the orange portion it has been mentioned there that in the developmental biology of the early 20th century, a morphogenetic field is a group of cell able to respond to discrete localized biochemical signal leading to the development of specific morphological structure or organ. So as because limb formation is going to start or begin in the morphogenetic limb field, so the meaning of this morphogenetic limb field is that is the morphogenetic limb field is a group of cells that has the capability to respond to certain kind of a biochemical signals, okay, and finally it is going to help in the formation of a structure or organ. And the example of morphological structure in case of this limb formation will be limbs. Okay, so this morphogenetic limb field is nothing but a group of cell that has the capability to respond to give their response toward the biochemical signal, and by receiving that biochemical signal they are going to develop into a specific kind of structure or organ. So we can say that the limb formation begins in the morphogenetic limb field, that is a group of cell which has the capability to form a different kind of structure and organ in the influence of any biochemical signal. Next term is, that is the limb formation begins in the morphogenetic limb field as a mesenchymal cell from the lateral plate mesoderm. Okay, so now again the two different term is there, that is mesenchymal cell and the lateral plate of mesoderm. So we have to know the meaning of this two term. So in the green portion it has been mentioned, the mesenchyme in vertebrate embryology is a type of connective tissue found mostly during the development of an embryo. So now you know that the meaning of the mesenchyme is that it is a type of connective tissue and it has the capability to give rise to the limb formation. Okay, and this mesenchyme is coming from the lateral plate of mesoderm. And if you want to know the meaning of lateral plate of mesoderm, so that is what mentioned in the yellow portion, that is lateral plate mesoderm is a type of mesoderm that is found at the periphery of the embryo. So again, lateral plate of mesoderm is a type of mesoderm which we are going to found in the periphery region of the embryo. Okay, and from this lateral plate of mesoderm we are going to get the mesenchyme, and this mesenchyme is going to play its important role for the limb induction or limb formation. The next new point is new word is the ectoderm. So first of all we are going to see that what is ectoderm, and then again we are going to define this definition so that we could understand in better way. So in the last portion or the last square we can see that the ectoderm is one of the three primary germ layer in the very early embryo. The other two layer are the mesoderm and ectoderm, and with the ectoderm as the most exterior. Okay, so this ectoderm layer is the most exterior layer, okay, in case of a germ layer, and it emerges and originated from the outer layer of a germ cell. So see, one by one we have understand the meaning of each and every word that has been used in this particular definition. Although I can assure you that we are going to see one or two more definition of limb formation in very simplified form. But why I have kept this complex definition here, because I want to focus on the different terms. Because in our upcoming lessons you are going to use these terms very frequently for understanding the facts behind the limb formation. So that is why we have to be very familiar with all these terms, because with each and every lesson I'm not going to describe again and again that what is mesenchyme, what is lateral plate of mesoderm, what is ectoderm. So that is why this first lesson I have kept for the basic introduction. Okay, we are going to deal with all the basic terms that we are going to use in our future videos that will be related to the tetrapod limb development. So we can make a different points from this three-line definition. That is, first point is the limb formation is going to begin from a particular field which is known as a morphogenetic limb field, and these fields are nothing but these are the group of cells which has the capability to give their response toward the biochemical signal and has the tendency to form different structure and organ. And the cells which are going to play its very important role during the limb formation is the mesenchymal cell, and this mesenchymal cell is a part of the lateral plate mesoderm. So the origin of mesenchymal cell will be from the lateral plate of mesoderm, and the area or field where the limb formation will take place will be regarded as a morphogenetic limb field. So make sure that you are clear with all this concept, or you can say that all these points. And after playing a role in the limb formation, the mesenchymal cell will going to help the ectoderm to bulge out and give appearance of limbs. Okay, because see, the most inner part will be the endoderm, the middle layer will be the mesoderm, and the outer layer will be the ectoderm. Although the mesoderm is going to give rise to the mesenchymal cell, and that is what playing its very important role in the limb formation. But after that, what mesenchymal cell will do, after different kind of process and biochemical signaling, the mesenchymal cell will start it will start inducing the ectoderm to form a bulge like appearance, and that is what in the future time it is going to give rise to the limbs. And that bulge like appearance will be regarded as a limb bird, because it is going to give rise to the structure of birds. So you can see the overall positioning of the germ layer, that is there is a formation of a three germ layer, that is the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, and you can clearly see the position of these three layer in the stage of gastrula. Okay, that is the ectoderm is the outermost, endoderm is the innermost, and mesoderm is the middle layer. And in the future time, this three layer has the capability to give rise to the different organs in a human body or in animal body. So for this particular topic, our main focus will be on the mesoderm and the ectoderm. Okay, the first and the very important role we are going to see regarding the mesoderm, and also in the very last of this lecture we are going to see the role of a ectoderm too. So in our upcoming lesson, again we are going to continue this topic with some more different facts that is related to the tetrapod limb development. But whatever the new points which you have learned today, try to focus on that, try to learn some more things regarding that particular points. Okay, you can also search those topics on Google and then can find the different facts regarding those points. Because if you are expecting to attend questions from this part, obviously you have to be very used to from that particular words, because very frequently we are going to use those all words in our upcoming lessons. Okay, so that will might be become very complicated for you if you are not that much familiar with all those terms. So you should memorize, or you should understand that words in better way, that what is the meaning of mesenchyme, what is the meaning of lateral plate of mesoderm, what is ectoderm, what is endoderm. Okay,